Right, so we have this service right here, which has the type of cluster IP. So let's actually investigate this. So go ahead and type kubectl and then get and then service. Have a look. We have two services in here. We have Kubernetes, and I'm going to explain this service later, but let's just focus on the one that we've just created. So you can see the name, it's order, and then cluster IP is the type. And check this out. So this is the IP address in here. So this is the IP address, and then this is the port right here, 8081. And you can see the age right here. So we can also describe this service. So kubectl describe, and then service, and then order, and check this out. So what I want to show you here is the following. So we have the name, it's namespace, the default namespace. There is no labels, no annotations, and selector right here. Selector app equals, and then order. So remember the selector. And then we have IP families, IP. So this is the IP address for our service, and the port right here, 8081, and then the target port is 8081. Now here, have a look, endpoints. So remember I said, so if I go back to the slides for a second, so in here, have a look. So this is the service right here, and then we have the pods behind it, right? So the endpoints are the list of healthy pods behind each service right here. So in here, endpoints, so this IP address right here is the IP address for our pod, which is managed by the order deployment right here. So if I take this, for example, so this IP address, and then let's just say kubectl get and then pods, and let's just take, for example, this order right here. So kubectl describe, and then pod, and then that pod there. And let me also grab this right here. So Command C, paste that, and then it should be actually at the very top right here. So let me just press Command F. So if it's not this one, it's the second one. So I think it's this one. So this one right here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me just collapse that. So Command C, and have a look. It's actually here. So 10.244.112, 10.244.112, right? So it matches this. So there we have it. And you can see how the selector is working, right? So app equals to order matches. So this guy right here, right? So labels. So this pod has a label app order. And in fact, let me just show you here, right? And yeah, so this is the label, and this is what right here our service right here is looking for. So if I was, for example, to say app equals to order, and then let's just say hello, for example, and then let's go back to the terminal, and in here I'm going to clear the screen, and then I'm going to apply. So oops, there we go. So you can see that the only thing changed was the service. Now if I say describe, so describe service, have a look, endpoints, it's 0 in here. And this is interesting, right? Because so you can see that this pod right here has this label, and this service is trying to find anything that has the label called app equals to hello, and there is nothing. So that's why you see no endpoints behind. So let me just go back and then just reverse this, save, apply, and then let's just have a look again, and you can see that now it found 2 pods. Now what's also interesting is if we scale, so let's just scale order. Let's say that now we have 3 replicas instead of 2. If I go back and then let's just apply the order deployment YAML again, there we go. You can see that it's configured. And if I now describe the service, so remember before it had only 2 endpoints, so 10.244.06, and then this one here as well. So we should now have an extra one, so 3. So describe, have a look. So in here, let me just cancel that. There we go. So you got 1, 2, and then 3, right? If we scale down, so let's just scale down to 0 and then apply and describe again. You can see that 0 endpoints. So I just want you to see exactly how things work so that you fully grasp what is happening under the hood. Now here, let's just stick with 2 and let me just apply the order deployment, and there we go. So one thing that I also want to show you is, so if we describe the service, you see endpoints, there is also, so cube ctl get and then endpoints, just like that. And this gives us similar information in here. There we go. So you can see that we have order, and we can also say EP is the same thing. So endpoints or EP. So EP is a short version, as you saw before. So if I press enter, you can see that it works. So there we have it. This is how you inspect your services.